Okay, let's get started with the US dollar index. Basically, for the US dollar, yesterday we were looking at the US dollar at about 12 p.m. local Singapore time. It was about over here. Okay, so we were identifying that the US dollar, after coming down from a very bearish run for the last 10 days or so, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, after coming down from almost a 10-day bearish run, it found some support at these levels at 96.51, and it was also trading at the higher range over here. Okay, so it was trading in a range, and we were identifying it as testing this resistance. However, after coming down from a bearish sentiment, okay, it will not immediately bounce back up. Okay, the sentiment is still relatively bearish, and for the last 2 days, especially from last Friday and also yesterday, the US dollar was in a consolidating mode. Okay, so this was what happened to the US dollar yesterday, still consolidating within this range. And the major movement, if we analyze on a micro cycle, one of it came in the morning at about 3 plus 5 is 8 a.m. local Singapore time. The US dollar strengthened, and the other one would be towards 1400, which is plus 5, which is 1900 hours, 7 p.m. The US dollar weakened throughout the trading session. Okay, so 8 a.m. strengthened local Singapore time, and also at 7 p.m. weakened. Okay, so when we look at the UK pound, for example, what it shows us is that what it shows us is that the UK pound was was bullish since the 4th of June, and it was also bullish on the 5th of June, and of course as of yesterday morning, okay, it was testing this resistance, and of course, as you can see, it was also moving into this, squeezing into this triangle. Okay, so it tries to go up in the morning session as the US dollar was moving. Okay, and over here at about this is pretty early, 1 plus 5, which is 6 a.m. Okay, the UK pound goes up by 52 pips. However, it couldn't get past this previous high touch on last Friday. Okay, so from these levels, it starts to push back down, and towards the afternoon session, okay, this is the candle. The time there again is 900 hours, so 9 plus 5 is 14, will be 2 p.m. local Singapore time. The UK pound moves down from 1.2707 all the way to a low of 1.2629. Okay, so the UK pound moved down about 81 pips in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Okay, so these are some of the ways to understand where the market came from previously for the last few days, and where is it now, and where is it likely to go later on. Okay, so after the major move for the UK session going down 80 pips, it managed to find support, and of course it rebounded back very nicely. Okay, rebounded back from a price of about 1.2635 at the time, as you can see, 1400. Again, 1400 is plus 5 is 1900 hours. It is 7 p.m. as the US dollar was weakening. This was the major move during the US trading session. As the US dollar was weakening, we can see the UK pound rising. Okay, again, the time there is 1400. So the UK pound rises from 1.2636 all the way throughout the US trading session until a high of 1.2734. Okay, so UK pound the UK session moving down 81 pips. US trading session going up 98 pips. Okay, so it's total of about 180 pips movement for the UK pound yesterday. As of this morning, it tried to spike up for about 36 pips and then immediately push back down 40 pips. Okay, so currently the UK pound is at more or less at the limits of its bullish run. I would think that it will go for consolidation or even a retracement before it decides where's the next direction it can go. Okay, so generally the UK pound has been bullish for quite a number of weeks, 2 weeks already, I believe, almost 2 weeks. So it could be due for a retracement. Okay, so moving on to the euro dollar, as we can see, the euro dollar has been trading in a sideways range for the last few days. Okay, and of course the euro dollar came down from a high of last Friday. It was at a high of 1.1383. So ever since that dip, which was on a Friday at about 2 p.m. as I was doing the live webinar last Friday, the euro dollar touched a high of 1.1381 and touched a low of 1.1270. Okay, so it has come down about 110 pips, and currently it is trading in a sideways range. There is still a high chance that it will be going sideways, but there is a higher tendency, I believe, that it will slowly come down a bit. Okay, so the immediate target price on the lower end will be 1.1270, and towards the higher end will be 1.1316. Okay, so that is for the UK pound. And also for the euro dollar, it's relatively quiet. The range is only about 43 pips up to from the high to the low. Moving on to gold prices, we can see that gold prices after last Friday's major drop at 8 p.m. from 1,705 to a low of 1,670 US dollars, moving down $35. We can see that gold prices has been supporting very nicely on this short-term bullish uptrend. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So for yesterday, the gold prices moved up during the Asian and UK trading session, moving up from 1,679 to 1,697 US dollars. Okay, so this was about 18 US dollars movement, and towards the evening session, 1400. Again, this is 7 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. It pulls down about 10 US dollars to test this line again. And at about 10 p.m. local Singapore time. Sorry, this is at 10 p.m. is here. Okay, 10 p.m. local Singapore time. It recovers back, going back up $10. And as of this morning, it touched a high of 1,704 US dollars before pushing down to the current price. Okay, so for the last from yesterday until today, we can see that although yes, the gold price is still moving its customary 20 to 30 US dollars movement per day, the movements and the volatility is a bit slow. Okay, I believe although it is slow, number one, there are still opportunities to trade the micro cycles and possibly catch a movement of between 5 to 10 US dollars, either in the UK trading session or the US trading session. I would believe that the markets are waiting for this Thursday's FOMC meeting announcement at Thursday 2 a.m. local Singapore time before it decides where it will push higher or lower. Okay, but rest assured, as long as the UK and the US markets are trading and operating, we will still see minor movements on the markets. Oil prices, we can see that it touched a high of $40.56. And yesterday, oil prices dropped about 3%, moving down $2.43 to a low of $38.16. So oil prices has also been extremely bullish for the last since April 21st. So yesterday's move down was technically considered a healthy correction. Okay, so currently it will be trading around this range, but I believe that's a tendency for it to move down to test this support again, 38.17. S&P 500 is still relatively bullish, as you can see. Dollar yen, USD CAD, the Canadian dollar continues to strengthen over the last 2 days as the oil prices was moving up in the last 2 days. And of course, yesterday's drop in oil prices also saw the Canadian dollar slightly weakening against the US dollar. Okay, So again, no major movements yet after last Friday's, or I would say ever since last Wednesday, extended all the way until last Friday. So for last week, the markets has already exerted a lot of energy and momentum to move a huge amount. For gold prices, it came down from 1,744 all the way until 1,670. So gold prices has moved about 73 US dollars. So for yesterday and today, so far it is still consolidating, trying to gather its energy and momentum, and also for waiting for further news and direction, possibly from the FOMC. Okay, same goes for the euro dollar. It has moved a lot for the last 1 or 2 weeks. So for yesterday and today, it is still recuperating and consolidating. Again, UK pound has been extremely bullish, even at times when the US dollar was strong. Okay, the UK pound continued to be stronger against the US dollar. So these are the latest sentiments at the moment. So we will be analyzing and having a look at what happens in terms of the news and in terms of the latest market energy and market sentiment for tomorrow. So have a good day ahead, and I'll see you again tomorrow.